Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Let's go now. When the night feels heavy and the stars seem dim, there's a spark of courage deep within. A hand to hold, a word that's kind, can lift a heart and ease a mind. Light the way with hope, let kindness grow in every step. Let the good vibes flow. Together we rise with a brighter day. Hearts full of love, we'll light the way. When the road is winding and dreams feel far, a simple smile can be our star. Plant a seed of joy, let it bloom. Turn a fleeting hope into a tune. Every soul's a light, every heart's a flame. No one's too small to change the game. With open hands, we'll face the dawn. Together we'll keep the fire on. Light the way with hope. Let kindness grow in every step. Let the good vibes flow. Together we rise.
And we are back. Welcome back to another episode of Aloha Friday, and happy Aloha Friday, everyone. We've made it. It is here. It's the end of the weekend. It is time to relax and chill. And you guys know how Aloha Friday is, guys. I can't wait to talk with our guest because I got to tell you, I did not get to talk with him as much in Vegas. I did meet him in Vegas for a second. It was like a VeVe Jesus vegan thing all over again. So this time around, we are going to rectify that today. But before we even get our guest in the studio, let's get my wife in the studio. Dee, how are you?
I'm great. It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yep. I'm great. It's good to be back on Aloha Friday. Yeah, we've had a few community hangouts. So, and we had a lot of people come on, which is really awesome. But it feels like we haven't had like a one-on-one conversation in a long time, right? So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad
been a
to
while.
be here today. Yeah. And after eating so much food yesterday, oh man, I'm so glad I don't have to cook anything else for at least a couple. Maybe.
I gotta give Dee some credit. She was a trooper because she not only cooked for the entire family, because also my parents live with me, but I accidentally fell asleep after we ate last night, guys. Knocked out. I got up at midnight. I'm like, dang, all the lights are off. Where'd everybody go? And I steer in the room. She's like, where you been? I'm like, whoops. What they call that in Hawaii is a kanak attack right there. And I'm sure
For
Dayayo
sure.
knows what I'm talking about. But Dee, why
Yeah.
don't you talk a little bit about who is sponsoring the stream tonight?
Oh, right. So, get my professional voice going. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. Before we bring on today's guest, I need 30 seconds, especially if you're a collector. Comics, cards, sealed retro games, that pristine factory sealed VHS you refuse to let anyone breathe on. We love them, we hoard them, and we all lose sleep over humidity, moving day disasters, or the friend who just wants to flip through it real quick. So, our sponsor today, Fanable, just solved every single one of those problems. Picture your entire collection professionally photographed, cataloged, and stored in a climate-controlled, Brinks-protected vault. The same Brinks that guards billion-dollar transports, fully insured and accessible 24/7 from your phone. Zero clutter, zero risk, total peace of mind. And then they went further. 24/7 collectibles kiosks. Open the app, buy a mystery case, rip it right there on the spot. Whatever you pull gets vaulted and insured instantly. No shipping, no waiting, no porch pirates. So 3 tiers of pure adrenaline. There is a sidekick case which starts around $49, hero cases starting at $99, and legendary cases starting at $250. Real CGC comics, PSA, and BGS cards, factory sealed VHS, actual collectibles, no reprints. Secure vault storage meets instant pack ripping gratification, all in one place. So if you're ready to rip like it's 1999 while protecting your grails like it's 2099, go to Fanable.io or download the app at Fanable app right now. Fanable. Built by collectors, backed by Brinks, and honestly, we're all obsessed. Thank you, Fanable, for keeping the hobby fun and the anxiety buried. And now, let's welcome today's guest.
Boy, D, that was very memorized and wasn't scripted one bit. But shout out to our sponsor, Fanable. Let's go. Oh, it's funny. Anyway,
How'd I do? That was
you did
that
great.
Was good, right?
You did great. You did great.
Okay.
Maybe ask Sergio when he watches on the replay, but let's go. Anyways, D, who do we have in the studio today?
So we've got Dayayo, also known as Yayo. That's such a cool name.
That is a good name.
Yayo.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
It's definitely not Ben.
Yes, for someone on the other side of me that thought his name was Ben.
I thought his name was Ben, guys. Fire me right now. I'm fired for True Media. All right.
He
Raven's
doesn't
going to take
even
my
look like a
place.
Ben.
No. I don't know where I got that
Anyways.
from. His name's not Rose. His last name's not Rose. Anyways, yeah, we
Yes.
got our awesome guest in the studio. He's tracking it right now, guys. We're going to beam him in, but I'm really stoked to have this interview with him because I did not get to talk with him. And you know how it goes here. At least we get to finally get to know people. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get to know him on a personal level, and we're going to chit chat as we always do here. But D, anything else to talk about before we get our awesome guest into the studio with us?
Right now, not right now, but maybe later on, towards the end of the show, we can bring up some stuff. But yeah, we're all good. We're all gravy and ready to
All
start.
right. Let's get him in, guys. Stand by.
Fire up the machine. Full power.
Thought I'd never find the day broken down, but I'm not done picking up the pieces one by one, rising up stronger than before. I'm finding me, I'm something more.
We have a connection. Incoming guest.
I'm something more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dayayo, Yayo, Chaz, but definitely not Ben in the studio. What is up, brother? How are
What's
you?
up? How are we doing?
Good, good.
Just hanging
I
out.
see you got the computer going, right?
Yeah, finally. Gosh, I was like, thank God.
You look good. Happy
Yeah,
Aloha Friday to you, man.
Happy
You
Aloha
guys as
Friday.
well. Thank you guys for always going live. Like, I don't tune in always, but the ones that I do, I try to listen.
Oh
Just
yeah,
because
no worries.
the webcam's always harder like to listen, you know. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
that's all good. You're here now, and we appreciate you coming on. Before we kind of get started, how was your day, man? Happy Aloha Friday.
Day was
Yeah,
good.
happy
Freaking. Thank you. You guys too. Gosh. But today we're just chilling, just at home with the family. They came over again, so we're just all hanging out, eating. So leftovers, of course. But how about you guys?
Oh, same here, man. Like, you know, since I kind of like told everybody I fell asleep last night, I didn't get to eat dessert. So this morning for breakfast, we all had pumpkin pie. In fairness, now my daughter fell asleep too, so I wasn't the only one. But yeah, you know how it goes here, and it's my understanding you also know what it's like here in Hawaii. So you know how it goes here also in Hawaii. We had some extra stuff. You know, we had like fish, poke, and all that other stuff. So yeah, it was a huge feast last night, and as you say in Hawaii, we had the Kanak attack, or at least I did. So
For real.
I passed out. Oh.
Cause I went to college in Hawaii. I went to HPU. I was out there 2 years, but then I was a baseball student more than anything. So then I
Yeah.
just ended up transferring to California. But yeah, my sister she went to UH, so I got the best of both worlds. We like right in the middle. So then I was able to go see her campus. She would come over to see like mine, but it was more like just high rise buildings, you know.
Mhm.
But
Well, I've been to both,
I'm
brother. So, go
yeah.
ahead. I'm sorry. I'll tell you after, but go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm Filipino, Mexican, white, Hawaiian, but I'm basically just a mutt. I'm a little bit
You're
of
a mixed
everything.
plate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all
You're
over
an
the
Yeah.
L&O
place.
plate.
Yeah.
Better than L&L plate.
That's true. That's
Uh,
true. Hawaiian style, right there.
Yeah,
Um,
Hawaii style.
yeah, those campuses, I know exactly what they are. So I don't know if you remember Go Airlines back in the day, if you were around when they had Go Airlines, but we used to have
mm,
$25 flights. So I used to live on
oh
Oahu
gosh.
for half a year on the weekends where I used to fly there. I had friends that went to HBU. Friends that went to UH. So I went on campuses on both. I know exactly what you're talking about with HBU. It's literally our high rises. You're pretty much in like
Yeah.
the business district half the time. That's where all the dormitories were. We used to go from rooms to rooms. And I don't remember what that high rise was that was next to the school, but I had a rich friend. He was like one of my first friends that were like one of these rich guys. He was whiter than paper. We used to call him Ritz because he was my favorite cracker. Or at
Uh,
least that was we used to name him. And we used to hang out at his place all the time. I lived on his couch, and where he lived, there was like a bowling alley in the high rise as well, and it was like a five
oh
minute
snap.
walk away from where the school was. So, yeah, I don't know what year you came, but I was hanging out with them between the years of I want to say '04 to '06, right before I met my wife in '06. That's when I stopped living on Oahu.
Is that where
So
you guys met?
no, we actually met here. Or we met in Hawaii, but I want to say where.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Uh, Cause yeah, I
we
was over
met.
there in 2016, 2017.
Okay, got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
before my time then. So,
Mm,
or
yeah.
after my time. After my time. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. See, look how old
Yeah.
I am. That's all messed up. But no, I met Dee when she was dangling at a bird cage, and maybe Dee can kind of emphasize in the story a little bit later during the program. I know some of the people have heard that story, but not Dayayo, so you might want to give him a little bit of that. And just in case she tries to run away from this question, at the end of the program, we do ask you to ask us a question, so that can always circle back on her. Just saying. So
Okay.
No, it's nothing interesting. But what made you, well, besides you said your sister was here, was that the only reason that made you want to come out here to Hawaii? Or you've been here before
Uh,
and you just kind of like enjoyed it?
I
Or
went to
like,
I went on vacations a couple times. Like I've been to Hawaii like a handful, but when I was younger more than anything. But
yeah.
just college, like it was literally after high school. My parents were like, "What do you want for your graduation? What do you want for your gift?" And I was like, buy me a Bitcoin, like $200, $300." And then they're like, "Nah, let's go to Hawaii. We'll go to vacation." And then I was like, "Fuck it, yeah, let's go to Hawaii." So then we went to Hawaii, and then I ended up talking to the coaches, fell in love. So then I just went to school out there.
Wow. Imagine if they actually bought you $200 of Bitcoin then.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, learning moments for sure. That was a learning moment.
yeah, best not to ponder, right?
Yeah. But then you
Yeah,
wouldn't be here talking to us then, right? So it all worked out in the
exactly.
end. Yeah.
Well, if it
Yeah.
makes you feel better, back in 2020, so Dee and I got lucky when COVID happened. We actually pulled all of our money out of the stock market in 2019. So we're sitting on a bucket of cash, and then everything crashed. And I looked at her, I'm like, let's put it all back in. Yeah, and we put it all back in. We kind of like quadrupled our money right there, right? And so we got very, very
Hell yeah.
lucky. But at one time, I owned a Bitcoin because I bought it at 3K, and I was stupid, and I sold it for more Tesla stock. So there you go.
Oh
Sorry,
god.
I made a mistake myself. So, but Tesla stock did good that year too. So not too bad.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get to your journey here. We kind of like to always start the program with the same question we ask everyone that comes on: is how did you find this digital collecting space? How did you find VeVe? Were you in anything else? Kind of give us the journey on how you got here.
So, like, I was always kind of in crypto-ish because, like, when I was in school in Hawaii, I was like a big sports bettor. or I thought I was, you know. So then I remember I had to buy Bitcoin to buy the bets. So then I would send it to that website, and then they would convert it to like cash. I would have had way more money if I just did that, you know, just kept the Bitcoin, but then I was trying to do the betting. So never really worked out. But then once I moved back, after college, I kind of was like, dude, I need to get into crypto. So I was like, this stuff's too crazy. So that was like 2020-ish, 2019. So then I started the little crypto journey. And then it was I remember I got like my first NFT that was a noun on, not on VeVe, but it was a noun on like OpenSea for like when they had it. And then my wallet ended up getting hacked. So then some bull, you know. So then they ended up getting it, and they took like all the ETH I had, everything. So then I was like, dude, I need to like focus on like licensed stuff, like, or actual company stuff. So then I just looked up like licensed Disney NFTs. I looked up Marvel NFT comics, and then it was like VeVe. So then I was like, what the heck is this? So then that's basically when it started, but that was like August 2021. So like kind of an old head, but not really compared to some people that started in March, you know? So, but yeah, like even for on VeVe side, like I'm like a gamer. I started on Roblox, all that stuff, like when I was younger. I remember on Roblox when I first started, there was only like 30,000 people playing it. And to this day, there's over like 300 million. So like, that's just crazy to me. And with like what we have in works and all that stuff, I'm like, could be really crazy. So I really just keep going on to the VeVe side of it. VeVe, Omi, crypto, NFT, try to do a lot. Margin's hilarious.
Well, I asked him, are you betting him for like a possible job?
This is funny come from this guy right here, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, you can't take him.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you all there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And my urgent line is ringing again, so I'm going to pass the baton to you real quick.
Yeah, so before all the crypto stuff, back in the early days, were you like did you like physically collect like baseball cards, like sports cards when you were like little too, or you just started more recently?
I'd say kinda. Like I was always like a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh kid. So like I had a bunch of those cards, and then my mom ended up cleaning the garage one day and just threw out all my stuff.
Of course.
And I was like, why would you do that? Because some of these cards, you know. But then like my dad and my grandpa and my grandma, they're always big collectors, avid collectors. Like they collect coins, stamps.
Oh yeah.
They had the Beanie Babies. They got like a couple of those like Queen Elizabeth ones, the ones that go for crazy. So I'm like, I don't even know why they have those, but my grandma just loved that stuff. So yeah, I mean, I would say my family was always a collector, but then on me, for my side, it was just more of the digital stuff, more of that. Because I'm only 27 too, so that's why I love this space, because I get to learn from like all you guys, you know, like you guys are all in a way like a sensei. You guys are all like a teacher to me, so. I get to take all your guys' words and just put it into my life, and that's what I like.
Yeah, it's always like refreshing to hear like perspectives from someone younger, because I'm almost 40, and like sometimes just like talking with you or like other people, you don't, because you're like so knowledgeable, and maybe it's because of like soaking in everything you've learned, you don't sound like you could be just 27. But
wait, like, you're almost 40?
Really, Hinano?
Me? Oh, I was like,
me. I'm almost 40. Yes, I'm almost 40. But what was I saying?
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, man.
Yeah, take your pumpkin pie and go sleep on the couch. No, but yeah, like I had Beanie Babies too when I was growing up. I collected those. And then just like a lot of people, like your mom, like just cleaning, you know, and stuff just gets like thrown away for, you know, to make room for other more important things. You know, we're too old to play with Beanie Babies, or too old to play with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards. Like, go get a real job, blah, blah, blah. You don't need these, and just toss them away. Like, you know what that could have been like selling for today, but
Yeah.
you don't think about those things, when you're back in the day, us oldies.
Just trying to clean. It's like, all right, just get this shit out of here. Just throw it
Yeah.
away. I'm like, oh
Right.
my gosh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My mom threw a bunch of my stuff away. I was still upset by that too. And I wasn't gone too long. I was just gone for like 2 years. But yeah, 2 years, something can. And
That's too long.
I hid my stuff, right? Like I hid it in the back part of the attic. I put it up on the top of the closet. And what's strange about me hiding my stuff, and shout out to Chris Severs, because he knows that I had an authentic Airwolf die-cast helicopter, and I held that thing all the way till 2006, and my mom threw it away.
Oh gosh.
And I was so bummed
Oh,
by that
God.
because, yeah, that was like the one thing that I loved the most. I remember it when I was a kid, when I lived on the island of Kauai, and that was like the one gift that like they hid in the back of the tree, and I was so bummed that I wasn't going to get it, and I saw this one gift. That's the one I remember, and they threw it away years later after I graduated. It's like, and the thing wasn't small either. It was kind of big, but yeah, I digress.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why it was
So,
too big.
were you guys born and raised on Hawaii?
So I was, but D has a different story. Why don't you let them know where you're from, D?
So I don't like to talk about myself, but if you insist, I was born on a small, tiny little speck in the Pacific called Yap, YAP. Yes, I am a Yapese. It is not Yapper. It's Yapese is the language. Yapese are the people. Yeah, it's close to Guam. If you know where Guam is or have heard of Guam, a lot of people have. My island is like below it on the map. But yeah, it's like similar to Hawaii. There's a bunch of like different climates all in one, or not climates, like different landscapes all in one island. So like one part of the island could be like have all the waterfalls and just be green and lush, while there's like another part that's just like deserty and just really dry. Some parts like in between kind of thing. But overall, it's just a very hot island. I guess it's because it's like closer to the equator. But it's similar to Hawaii. Yeah, I haven't been back for like 30 something years. So
Oh damn.
yes, I'm sure a lot has changed. They have internet.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Like maybe 10 years ago they got internet. So I was, which like kind of blew my mind. But yeah, when I was back there, it was just kind of like we didn't have a car, so we just walked everywhere on the island to go to the store, to go to school, to go to church, to go to people's houses. And like the taxi, when we called for a taxi, it was like a red pickup truck, like it's a Toyota pickup truck, and everyone would just like pile up in the back and just all like huddle in the back as much as we could fit in the truck, and then head to, usually it'll be the Capitol is where we all wanted to go, and that's where like the one department store was, and then people would like shop and whatever, and then all pile up again and then head back to the village.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then when it was raining, there was always a tarp, like a big tarp, so we'd all like hold one corner of the tarp so nobody would get wet. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty simple life. Yeah, I kind of miss the simplicity, but I love Hawaii every year too. Yeah. But yeah, it's my island. If you want to check it out, it is. Yeah, it's there.
I'll have to look it up for sure.
Yeah, it's a very interesting place. I think you'll like it if you ever want to visit it. But I would recommend you having at least like a couple grand to save for the trip, because just the trip itself, you would need to spend like at least a month there to make it worth the amount you're paying for the flights, which is stupid crazy, in my opinion. That's why I haven't gone back. It's ridiculous.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to go without me. I said, you can go if you want. You know what I mean? Like, no, you got to.
But I want to show you my island, and eat all the food
picture
there.
doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the baby bat ribs, right?
Baby. Bats are good. You don't knock it till you try it.
She's not lying. I've actually tried bat, and then like a lot of people are like, "Ooh, bat." I'm like, if you've eaten a frog leg or Pickles pig feet or something of that sort.
Wait, you said baby bat ribs?
Yeah, like a bat, dude. Like
Bat
they
like
eat
a
fruit
slime.
bats.
like a
Yeah,
bat.
man,
Oh,
they eat
geez.
bat.
Dang, that's wild.
So,
It's
so I
so
used to live
good.
in Guam, so it's right next to Yap, and so some
Oh.
of that food kind of like transplanted to Guam, and I've actually tried bat. I've seen it. They wrap it in like the little foam plates, the trays, and you can buy
Yeah.
fruit bats in there, and you roast them on the barbecue, man. Yeah,
Good.
so
Yeah, it's good,
eat
man.
that with some Spanish rice. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I have to try it. I would try it.
He's like,
I
yeah,
eat
sure.
anything.
Yeah.
Well,
I would try
okay.
it. I would try it.
The closest thing I could compare it to that you probably have tried is Lao Lao. You've had Lao Lao before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it's similar to. I think.
Okay.
Like the taste of the Lao Lao, the taro leaves, steamed and cooked with the pork inside. That's the closest thing that I can compare it to, right? What do you think? I think that's the closest.
Yeah, pretty spot on. I had it with a little bit more flavor, like a barbecue kind of taste to it, like a sweet and sour type of mesquite. It was good though.
Fancy.
When I tasted it, it was actually pretty good. I've had bat, I've had snake, I've had coconut crabs. Yeah.
Nah.
But I won't eat a Pickles pig feet or a cow's tongue. No thanks.
Those are also good.
I
I've had
believe you
those.
eat them. You also eat fish eyeballs, so
Oh gosh.
right?
We're
Yeah,
scaring
I
him
wouldn't
off.
do that. Yeah, I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. That's out of my comfort zone.
It's a little
Okay.
bit like that's going to the grubworm side. The Amazonian grubworms
Yeah,
right there. So yeah. That little pop in your mouth is like the opihi. Anyway, off subject. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to digital collecting. So
Yes.
So basically, let me frame this question for you because how I kind of got into this space, because it's a very good example on why are we here. Like I already doxed myself. I'm like in my mid 40s. And why am I up here talking on the internet? Like this is something I wouldn't have done maybe 3 or 4 years ago prior. But when
Yeah,
I got
right.
into this space, exactly, right? Like this is something you would never think you would have done. When I got into space, and I got to give a shout out to the VeVe, because it wasn't for that project, I would have never gone up to the space. We would have never started a channel to talk about digital collecting, and then that would have never branched us out into the Web3 space to kind of spread our wings. And so I got into that, but what really got me into the digital collecting, the collecting side, because before I came in for the value proposition, was the comic books. I'm a big comic book fan. I used to collect comics back in the 90s when Image first started. Youngblood, Wildcat, Spawn, those were the comics that I collected. And then obviously also like there's Batman and Superman and Spider-Man. Those all I knew about, but I really resonated with Image, and secondary was DC. And now I'm just a really big DC fan and not necessarily Image now. But that's kind of what got me back into collecting physical, was the digital stuff. And so now I've got a ton of short boxes that never existed up here on the second floor before. I only had my old ones from when I was young in the garage. And now we've got double the amount. I've got like literally collectibles everywhere around the house. I can just grab something and pick it up, and it's everywhere. And, I guess I'm a hoarder now, but I really enjoy what we're doing here because, kind of reconnecting with your youth, reconnecting to that, as Chris Severs likes to say, that nostalgia respark. It's really good for the soul, I think. You know what I mean? Finding this space, finding the people, resonating with people like you and everyone else in this space has really been a good thing for us. It's helped us not only with our speaking skills and doing things we've never done before. Like D and I started a business with our partners here, and now we're a media group. We would have never done any of this stuff if we didn't get into digital collecting. So what really kind of resonated with you the most on the digital collecting part? What do you like to collect digital, and what do you kind of now collect as physical because of the digital space?
So what I like the comics as well. Like I try to stack a decent amount, or to me, and like how I say, like I used to be a gamer and all that stuff. Like I really do see like this stuff taking off one day. So like I've never really I think I may have sold like possibly 3 things ever on VeVe. Like I never sell. Like I literally only buy. I work 7 days a week. 7 days a week I work 2 jobs, and then I sell those hats too now. So it's like I have money. So then it's like what I don't really need to sell. So I just look at it for stacking. And I have a 1-year-old son too. So how I look at it, it's like, dude, you'll be in charge of this one day. You'll be able to sell my collection if you want, or do whatever the heck you want with it. So for me, it's the comics, like collectibles. I see they're cool, but that's just not like my lane. So I just
Yeah.
like the comics. And then even like in real life, I've never owned a comic book. I always like watched the movies, watched the shows, all that stuff, but never really read comic books. So then being on VeVe, I got like 2 short box now. So like I would have never even had physicals of any stuff. But just being on VeVe, like the whatnots that like Max and Janie do, I bought like a comic on there, and I was like, dude, this is cool. But yeah, I just collected it for long term. Never just buy it. Just that's how I look at it. Just buy it and then just hold it, because you never know.
So I look at it the same way, but more on the collecting aspect. Like for me now, when I kind of look at this stuff, it's like I'm old now. I have the money. I can buy it if I want. I sell stuff too, mainly to kind of exchange gems around and stuff like that, so I don't have to put too much more money in. But what I really love about what we're doing here, especially on the AR aspect, is you get to really relive your youth through these little collectibles, these assets right here. Like, the DeLorean. The DeLorean was like one of my favorite. The Back to the Future was one of my favorite trilogies. Still is till this day. If you really think about it, it's one long movie. You know what I mean? So that really resonates with me. The Battlestar Galactica, the newer one, which I can't believe David was able to secure and put out first, because not a lot of people know the newer one. They know the older Battlestar Galactica, but the newer one for D&I resonates because it reminds me of when we first started dating, because when she started dating me, she was not a geek, a sci-fi geek. I was, and I never went out on Friday nights. Here in Hawaii, we'd have Sci-Fi Friday every Friday night. And I kind of told her, I don't go out on Friday nights, at least during the seasons. I used to watch Stargate. I used to watch SG-1 and all that stuff. And then there was also Battlestar Galactica. So we did that for like, I think the first 6 months that we dated, and it became like a ritual of ours. But what was so cool about that show is after the show ended, it gave D and I time to really get to know each other, because after that we would really just stay indoors and talk story, like how we're doing right now. And D and I would like freaking talk till like 5 a.m. I mean, and that's kind of how I knew. I'm like, man, this girl can really put up with my yapping for this long. You know what I mean? She's a keeper. And we did that throughout the seasons of Battlestar. So that's why for that specific collectible, everyone's like, why do you like it so much? I'm like, well, it resonates with a history of ours, right? It actually, it was part of our relationship, that actual TV show. So I don't know if you want to add anything to that, D.
Yeah, I feel like hearing you talk about it today. I mean, you've brought it up before, but the way you put it today, it makes me feel like if I didn't like that you had this Sci-Fi Friday, that would have been like, okay, she's got to go. But I'm glad that I did, because here we are today. That was going back on the Battlestar Galactica collectible. When it came out, when it was like announced that it was coming out, I swear, and I were like, oh my gosh, they have Battlestar Galactica.
I lost my shit, man. I was like,
we're like the only 2 or 3 other people that like this, so we're just gonna stack the crap out of it.
But there's a reason why. See, they never made a die-cast model of that spaceship. They made like a micro machine of it. That was when micro machines were phasing out. So I never owned one before until they actually dropped it on VeVe. And so for me, it was special because I could actually play with the thing and make it big. Yeah. I was putting it everywhere. It was going over oceans in Hawaii, everything. And so that was what was so cool about the thing. And that was something that I really enjoyed. I wasn't a fan of the crafting event they had, but it really resonated with me a lot. I think they did go with that one for myself, at least. And I did have a stack, but I sold it. I think I own like maybe 4 or 5 of them, because you got to have 4 or 5 Battlestars in your fleet. So.
Right. Yeah, I remember like going to the stores like after we would watch the series, we would go to the store, in the kids section where they have the like cars, Hot Wheels, and like the spaceships, and we would just like walk by and look to see if there was any Battlestar Galactica figures, and we would just always like try to
None.
look for one. There was none, and like someone,
Uh,
like the workers would be like, "Oh, can I help you find something?" And Hinano would run away, and I would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for this specific thing for my nephew, aka Hinano. Do you happen to have?" And they're like, "Oh no, we don't carry that. I guess it wasn't like a really popular item."
Yeah.
So yeah, we looked up and down like every time we went to the store, and it was always the excuse of, "Oh yeah, we're looking for a gift for our nephew," but it was just like for us. Yeah, good times. Oh,
that must be
Oh.
like a hard thing too, like trying to collect in Hawaii, just because like locations are limited, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
not you can't go to multiple spots. Like out here in
Mhm.
Vegas, if one store don't have it, just go to the other one. Like they
someone else
probably
has it. Yeah.
But you know what's interesting about that notion? So you know those popcorn buckets. So like a lot of those theaters, depending where you go, they sell out of like the cool ones, right? Even like the
Oh
ones
yeah,
that are
yeah,
people
yeah.
trying to find. Here in Hawaii, you can find them all because the
Okay.
Regal theater here, nobody buys them. And so anytime I want any of those, I just got to go to a specific Regal studio. They got back stock in the back. And
Oh
sometimes they
geez.
either got to send it back or I think they donate them out, but like nobody buys popcorn buckets out here and they sell a lot or they send a lot down. And like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like the Beetlejuice one, I picked up that one. There's not a lot that resonate with me. Like even the DeLorean one, I know some of those sold out. You can any popcorn bucket that you don't have, you can probably find it here at Regal, and they got them.
Yeah.
So
Dang, that's cool. So it's like
even
niche kind of, or like some whatever the people collect, I guess. You know.
so actually, there's a huge uh popcorn bucket community that collects those, and I see somebody in the studio trying to get in here. We'll see if he comes back because his camera's not working, so we'll get him back. But yeah, no, those popcorn buckets, I know they go for a lot depending on which one you get. And what's interesting about also like not being able to find certain things, to be very quite honest, our Targets and Walmart actually has stuff more than like say the mainland. I couldn't believe it when I was trying to find something in Vegas. I got a specific Target. I couldn't find it, but if I go to our local Target here, it has it in stock. So it
Oh
trips me
geez.
out. Yeah. Now, if you're on Oahu, a little bit different. Don't have nothing. So
Yeah. No doubt.
it all depends on where you. Is he here? Oh yeah.
He's
Your
trying to.
your camera, my friend. We have a guest co-host trying to come in here as well, Dayayo. But we'll see what happens with you, guest person. We'll announce you when you come up. But D, I'm going to pass the baton to you.
Yeah, well, like Hinano was saying, VeVe brought us into this space first off, and then we met like a lot of different people from pretty much, well, as you know, all over the globe, right? Like you can be talking
Yeah.
to a friend like right now at whatever like it's almost 7 o'clock your time, or like in a couple hours you'll be able to talk with someone across the pond, in the UK, Asia, Belgium, Russia, anywhere. So I feel like I've made so many like new friends, and I feel like some of them I'm closer to than my actual real friends here in real life. So like,
Legit.
yeah, right. So like I know you've been in spaces, you've hosted spaces, you've been a speaker in other spaces. So for you, like how has that like brought in like your perspective of like, making connections globally?
So like me being like young 27, I really don't even go out here in Vegas. Crazy. I don't go out, but like I don't have like I wouldn't say like I don't really have any friends, but I don't really have any like close friends. All of
Yeah.
my friends were always from like baseball or like coworkers or whatever the heck. So being like in spaces every day, getting to talk to everybody all the time, it's like, yeah, I talk to you guys way more than actual people in like I wouldn't say real life because this is real life, So it's like
Yeah,
I would
true.
like my physical life, I guess. So it's like
Yeah.
it is cool. Like even like I made that post for my hats that I was selling, or like no, I
Hmm.
wasn't even trying to sell them. I just wanted to give them out to.
Yeah.
I wanted to give them out to them, and then I had like people hit me up. Oh, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm from Sweden. Blah blah blah. Like, do you ship over here? And I'm like, I guess I can. Yeah, if you want it, of course. But it really is like you connect like with people all over the place. Just like me being here in Vegas, it is a melting pot. So like you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just being in the Twitter spaces, that's crazy. Like I'll always just be listening. Like I don't always go to talk, but I'll always just be listening. So it's like
Yeah.
you never know like where somebody's from, what they're doing, where they're at, and that's what's cool to me because it's like you just see parts of life that we all or people that come from different parts of life, but we all are in like the same mindset. Like we're all here for a reason, and that
Mhm.
reason's like VeVe in a sense because we all buy it because we like it, and then we all do see that like it does make money. So it's like who doesn't like money and who doesn't like stuff that you like. So it's like just cool getting to interact with everybody. Like Phil, like in the group chat, like
Yeah.
yeah, he wanted to buy 3 beanies from me. So I was like, bro,
That's
that's
awesome, man.
crazy. So I was like, that's so cool to me.
Yeah. So I didn't know you made beanies until I saw that in the chat. So you do hats and beanies, or it can be like any kind of headwear, or it's
Kind of
just
like just yeah, I'll just do it. Like that's how I look at it. Just cause like the hats they're easy, you know, but then the beanies it's like stretchy, so it's like a little tougher, just different material. But you just take your time and you can get it done. That's how I look at it. Just slow and steady, that wins the race. And
yeah.
that's how I always looked at VeVe too. Like VeVe's not flashy. It's not like oh my god, look at me. But they're like Larry Bird. That's how I compare it because they're like it's not like flashy or anything like that, but they're gonna consistently score buckets for you, and that's Larry Bird.
Very birds. Well, I want to get more
Margin.
into your hat and your art, but do you want to
Yeah,
bring him in, Hinano?
we have a special guest co-host that is waiting very patiently. So guys, we are going to run a commercial and we will be right back with this special guest co-host. We'll be right back.
I was lost, stumbling in the dark, heart in pieces, torn apart. Felt so low, couldn't see the way, thought I'd never find the day. Broken down, but I'm not done. Picking up the pieces one by one, rising up. Stronger than before, I'm finding me, I'm something more.
Hello.
And we got
Hello.
MetaBeast in the studio. What is up, MetaBeast?
Let's go fucking. I love
This
that.
guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, my doctor said I can't be seen today.
Oh,
Your
okay.
doctor or your psychiatrist? No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
No, I'm
Good to have
outside.
you,
Sorry. I came outside.
Yeah,
to
I was
smoke
like, what
a
the-
cigarette, so.
We saw the little
I'm
red
here,
little
though.
spark of light.
He got sunburned. So
I'll come into
What
the
a-
light. I'll come into the light in a moment.
coming into the light. All right. Well, we got MetaBeast in here. He's gonna be coming into the light, but let's get back to the interview right here. Oh, also, real quick, guys, Severed Floor on Sunday. We're gonna be reviewing episodes 1 and 2 of Stranger Things season 5. I know all 4 episodes have been out already, but we're gonna do 1 and 2 so we can kind of do 3 and 4 the next week and kind of stretch it out a little bit. So looking forward to that. And now we're back to our regular scheduled program right here. So Dayayo, you're a sewer, you're a digital collector, but what is something that the fam doesn't know about you that you can maybe kind of share with you? Any extra talents you have? Anything cool that maybe we would have never known you might have done? Give us the skinny.
I mean, I think I kind of am an open book. Like I love to like just make stuff too. Like I was a painter too. Like I painted cars. Me and a buddy, we sent like 2 cars to SEMA out here. So like I just love like creating too. Like the whole process to me, like the like step by step, like I really get like enjoyment out of that. Like the whole process of everything. So I really do like just creating stuff because it's like one day you'll like be at this step, and then the next day you're over here, and then the next day you're just over here. So it's like just slow and steady, but I really like building, creating stuff like that, just physically too, because like I don't really do like tech stuff. Like I'm not like a tech person that much, but I could always learn it. That's how I look at it too. It's like if somebody else has done it, like why can't I do it? Because that's like kind of that's like my mindset too.
Let me give you some insight on the tech part right here, because you're a painter, right? And so in order to paint, you got to have some creativity. I mean, look at your hats, right? You're creative, right? So that's like kind of the key into tech. It's like you don't really look at it as in numbers and zeros and ones. Kind of look at it as a canvas. And instead of utilizing a paintbrush as your tool, you're utilizing AI or a computer or software or something of that sort, because that's really how I do stuff like this. I was like I've painted cars before. I've been in auto shop, but my biggest thing about auto shop is I was always a guy that tried to get someone else to do the hard labor, and I used to try to stay inside the actual office because we had a racket going on in our school where the auto shop teacher was very young, and he was actually going to school to be an auto shop teacher. And so, in Hawaii, you can kind of do that because it's kind of limited resources and educators over here. So that's what we kind of do. And we lost Meta. He disappeared. So we'll bring him back later. But so I tried my best to kind of like be the office personnel. And so our auto shop teacher, along with the ag teacher, they were running a kind of like a mechanic shop. But they were teaching the kids to fix all the faculty's cars. And at the same time, they were charging the faculty for the service, right? And so what I tried to do was just manage his books. So like he had like point of sale software. I set all that up on all his computers. They had the first diagnostic machine. I don't remember the VAT-40. It was this huge ass machine that used to hook up to the computer. Like, now we have these small little code readers, right? But before it was a massive machine on wheels, and you had to plug it into the car. And no one knew how to use the thing because I guess in Hawaii, no one wanted to read. So I actually read the manual. I figured it out. I was a junior, by the way, when this all happened. And so I was running their diagnostic machine for them. Every time they brought a teacher's car in, I'd be like, the auto shop teacher needs you uphill, because we used to call the auto shop uphill. And I used to leave class early. So I'd go over there and diagnose people's cars. And then, I used to get a little cash on the side type of thing. I used to get special treatment. I could leave campus during lunch and go to this diner where they were selling Loco Mocos. And so I used to get 2 for 1. I used to bring back like maybe, I want to say 15 Loco Mocos. And I used to like bribe the guards and all them with all these Loco Mocos. And I was that guy. I was the transport. And the funny thing is that sometimes I would use the faculty's cars, right? Because you had, so you might as well use them to go pick up some food and then return them.
That's funny.
Stuff like that too. So anyways, I kind of know what you mean. Anyways, do you kind of riff off this a little bit?
Well, talking about
awesome again.
Yeah, he's probably trying to get back in the house. I didn't have any kind of skills like you guys have, being artistic and stuff. I was just mainly just at school for school and like just making new friends. Oh, I think I'm good at making new friends because Meta Beast, he's back. Okay, I think I'm good at making friends because I always feel like ever since I was younger, just like the way I grew up, I always wanted to, I guess, feel like part of something. And so that's how I kind of wanted other people to feel. So even when I was younger, like when I moved to Hawaii, I got bullied a lot just because I was a different like ethnicity. that wasn't really like welcomed by a lot of people here. Um, but I grew and overcame that with help of like my really close friends that I made here, and they supported me. And so I think I've always wanted to be that like friend that reached out to like new people, um, and the people that were kind of like on the sideline that no one really paid attention to, or just kind of like was the outcast kind of thing. So I think that also helped me when I came into this digital space, just connecting with people. There's people like similar stories as mine. Some are totally way different, but I think that's kind of what makes this space like really special, because there's like different niches that you can feel like you're a part of. Um,
Because like everybody's
and
important in their own aspect, and that's what like it sounds
yeah,
like that you like. You like bringing out their good qualities or whatever, just
mhm,
showcasing that. So that's good too. Like
yeah,
it's always good. Like a vibe person. That's kind of what I would like describe it as. So like you just always
yeah,
want to make somebody feel important, and because everybody is important. Like everybody in
Yeah.
our community, like how you say in your life, like I was kind of like that too. Like I would go and like there would be like a kid sitting by himself at the lunch table, and then I'd be like, all right guys, let's all go over there. Like all the baseball boys would just go sit with this random kid, and then that
yeah,
random kid sat with us like the rest of the year, and I was like, yeah, dude, like we don't want like you to be like secluded or you don't want like to be sad. It's like there's no need for that, bro. So yeah, that I like
yeah.
that. That's cool.
Yeah, and I feel like for like when I reach out to people to come on this show specifically, I usually have like the normal thing that I say, like invite them, and a lot of times people respond back as in, and they say they're, well, no, like I don't want to come on because I don't have anything special. I'm like, no, trust me, we will find something special from you, because everybody has their story, right? Like,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't think of themselves like being like, why would you want to talk to me, kind of thing, right? So
That's how I felt. I
um
was like, why did she? I was like, why she messaged me this? I was like, was this for me? But I was like, okay, whatever.
but
Because
yeah,
you're
thanks for giving
next,
me a
man.
chance.
You were next.
But yeah, I mean, um, I was listening to your space that you had, and Metabeast was on for like the longest time. I
Yeah.
like it got really late for me, so I think I was still in the space, and I like passed out, and I like woke up
uh,
and I was still in the space. I'm like, oh, I don't even know what they're talking about. But before I fell asleep, you were sharing um, like a life story, when you were younger. I mean, you're young, but when you're younger with Metabeast, and I was like, wow, that's so awesome. Like you had to go through, your experiences to get to where you are today, and I think that's kind of like what makes you the person that you are. Um, being a 27-year-old, you have responsibilities with your 1 year old, but you also don't like just go out and just party. Like you have your priorities kind of like in order. And so
tried to.
yeah,
That's all you can do though is try, right? I mean, I think that's what we're all kind of doing. And to kind of like also relate to Dee, because Dee kind of explained herself and how she grew up and all that, and why she is who she is. I think that's why Dee and I got along so well. I mean, I joke about the birdcage thing, but in reality we got along real well because when I was in high school, I was friends with everybody. Like the bully, the jocks, the nerds, the band kids, the motorheads. I actually resonated a lot with the motorheads. You know what I mean, like the mechanics and stuff like that, because I really love cars. I had a Dodge Neon Espresso Turbo with ground kits and all that, and I used to do quarter mile races with that. So I really
Oh
resonated with
damn.
them. But what I really what I was the type of kid where anybody, like if I saw somebody alone, or if I saw somebody that was left, felt left out, or if I even saw somebody ready to get beaten up and I knew the guy was about to beaten up, you'd see me there. I'd be right in the middle, be like, hold up. Let's speak real
Yeah.
quick. I know you already. I know you're pissed off. Give me a second, right? I mean, I would be the guy that put myself in the middle. I would be the guy that would see that person like on the bleachers, and I would invite them, hey, come hang out with us, right? And be like, why are you hanging out with that guy? I'm like, because he's by himself. So shut your face. He's coming with, that's the guy I was, right? And so, and I want to say that because I feel like this Web3 space can be high school. And I feel like some people get left behind, or I feel like some people get judged. So D and I really wanted to put ourselves as the people that would be the one space where you wouldn't feel judged, where you wouldn't feel left out, and where you could at least feel like you were welcomed. And that's what the whole channel was about, right? And so I really wanted to like say that because what D was saying really resonated with me and kind of resonates with our message here. So,
because I remember back 2021, like I would be in the spaces, but I would never go up to talk, just because like how like you're saying, like I would feel like like that group had their group, so then it was like, all right, don't just listen to them. Yeah, it's all a click. So yeah, like I totally feel that, like how you said, the Web3 space, like it could be like that. It could really and yeah, it's tough to like some of the new people, so I could see it, no doubt.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people, like, it's not their fault. A lot of people, they kind of look at a person and then, by nature, we're judgmental, right? You know what I mean? Just by nature, we have an opinion right off the bat. And so that's understandable. But yeah, we try to be that wedge and we try our best. Metabeast, how are you, man?
I'm okay, I guess. I came in to disrupt things, but I guess my janky ass Wi-Fi thought it would disrupt me.
Yeah, dude.
Well, go ahead, man. You got the floor. Disrupt away.
No,
I just want to ask.
I just came by to say, hey, yo, and like Dee was saying, that was it was a great night chatting with you on Spaces.
Yeah, you're over here talking about your sandwiches and all that stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, it was fun. I was just literally just sewing the whole time, just listening.
But that shows the type of personality you are, where you can like literally riff at anybody, because you and Metabeast were riffing for so long, and that kind of really goes and resonates what we're trying to do here in the spaces. We're all trying to make connections. You guys made a connection in Vegas. You guys hung out with each other. Kind of explain that to the audience that maybe never have felt that before, or people that have never gone to an event, because don't mind, there's kids playing football right outside our house. We love it, because our neighbor's visiting from Alaska. But anyways, I'm really interested to kind of like hear your guys' story on what it's like to meet people at events that you've talked with online, maybe for a year. Metabeast, I never got to really give Metabeast a proper hug until like we went to Vegas, but we've been collabing with him for like almost a year and a half. Kind of give us your guys' thoughts on that. We'll go with you first, Metabeast, and then we'll go to you, Dayayo.
I just always try to go with no expectations whatsoever, and you just make it a point to introduce yourself and say hi to everybody, and I don't know, things should usually just flow. They seem to anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're there for, is to meet other people. So why not go up and just say, hey?
True. Facts. And like Hinon was telling you earlier, Dayayo, next year we're gonna have to corner you and talk to you, because we didn't really get a chance to talk to you a lot this time around. So yeah, we're gonna have to make it a point to do that. Yeah, next year. Yeah.
Same here. When I meeting him, I saw him throughout the night, first night, and saw him again, but we never hung out like we did and chatted until that space. So
yeah,
because Meta was at the sanctuary house, so I showed up, and then I was just like open arms to everybody. I was just like, hey guys, what's up? And I never met anybody before. Like,
was it really called the sanctuary house?
Yes, it was called the Sanctuary House.
Sausage Sanctuary.
So like I went to a couple events, and I would just be like the outcast. I would just go to the events, literally like not talk to nobody. I would just be there. But then like this time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna say hi to everybody. And then just being able to be Metabeast and everybody, I was like, bro, this is like open arms. Everybody's actually cool. So like it's not a bunch of weirdos, So they're like actual people with actual stories. So that's what I thought was cool.
As far as you know, they're not a bunch of weirdos.
Hey, everybody's a weirdo, you know, as
We're all
long
weird
as
in our own
it's not
way.
creepy, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was really cool just being able to meet him. Like I still remember like we're outside Ninja Karaoke and like we're all trying to figure out what we're about to do. And Meta Beast just has like his trumpet song going. He's just dancing, and I'm like, bro, hell yeah! Like that's so tight. Like he's not a care in the world, you know. He's just vibing with everybody, and I was like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Nah, I enjoyed Meta Beast's vibe too. When we all kind of met on Thursday night after dinner, we all met some other people in the middle of Fremont, and right next to
Yeah,
the loud ass band and speaker that were playing. And yeah, like Metabeast was just like jamming. I'm like, oh cool. So like I was jamming with him, and then we both went
the
up like right in front, kind of close to the front of the stage, like, yeah, this is loud, but let's just get up there. And it was just,
yeah.
yeah, it was just a really cool vibe that night that I got.
No, it was fun. It was really good. Like just being able to meet everybody, just because like I'm like outside looking out, so then it's just like cool just seeing everybody just like doing their thing to me. Like I don't have to talk to everybody to have a good time is my thing too.
Yeah.
So just me being there, it was fun. I had a really great experience.
And I think like because you've also been talking with people more now in spaces, like to actually have these conversations and get personal with these people on X, and then actually like continuing that conversation right when you met them for the first time physically, it's kind of like you already got to know them, but now you're just like meeting in person. So I think
Yeah.
like that's kind of what helped us too. Um, like the first time we went out to a VeVe event was in 2022 in Anaheim when they had Designer Con, and
Hmm.
we just we that was like before the podcast got started. We before we started anything, we just kind of like only knew the people that we used to watch, and so that's who like we kind of like recognized in like the crowd of people that attended the event. And then like after we got back home and we started the channel, we were like we got to know more people online. And then fast forward to last year when we had Designer Con in Vegas for the first year, it was like kind of surreal. Like we got to know these people in 2 years, and then we get to meet them in real life in Vegas for the first time. It was like just like I said, continuing the conversation from
Yeah.
X, Twitter to in real life, like in person, face to face. So that's been
Did you
like
guys
a
go to the
huge.
bowl party
the what?
Hinono did.
in
I went to
2022? Like bowling?
yeah. So we took our daughter the first time we went to DCon and met everybody. So unfortunately you couldn't bring any kids, but you know, and shout out to Mr. MC1 Sanjay. We reached out to him, said, hey, we're bringing our kid, and you know, he let us bring her to his party. He actually had a party the night before, and he did it at one of the
Oh,
biggest Dave and Buster's in Irvine. And you know, he actually had a kids section, and a couple other people were supposed to bring their kids, but they ended up like not showing up. So our daughter was the only
hmm.
one. And what was so cool about our daughter going over there, nobody judged us when we brought her. And you know, a lot of people talked with her, and so my daughter, she really resonated with certain content creators like Superstar Money. She used to always punch at the screen when she saw Joe and Rob, and then also My
Yep.
Collectibles, because he had the iPad and he had Grogu. He always used to play with Grogu. So my daughter grew up watching them, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, unfortunately, Dee never went, but I did, and that was a lot of fun. Were you there?
I didn't go to the Dave and Buster's, but I was at the bowling party.
Okay,
But like
yeah,
even at the bowling party, I didn't talk to anybody. Like I literally, like I don't know if you remember the little arcade room. I
yeah.
sat in there probably for like 2 hours, and then I was just like sitting at a bowling lane, but I was just like on my phone, like checking Twitter and
What?
stuff. But yeah, I didn't talk to nobody at all.
See,
Or
I
yeah,
I went in there, that little arcade thing, and I was talking with an old rhubarb. You might have been there, and I probably
yeah,
didn't even
probably.
notice. Yeah. That night I got really croggled. Like the night before I wasn't as bad, but yeah, the bowling alley. I was there when Randy fell down. I was literally there. I saw it happen, right? Because he has like a video where Randy fell off the
The
stage.
stage.
Yeah, I was, because that karaoke was like so packed. We were like shoulder to shoulder in there. I met Dave. Dave, I know you're watching. You don't remember. I met you with Nas, and they were bowling. I met KC. She don't remember either, and I do have a picture with KC. But there's people that I did see that were there that I never got to meet that I'm really close with now, like the biggest bro. I remember seeing him. Never went up to the biggest bro, even though I should have.
Yeah.
He's the easiest guy to go up to. I never went up to him, and then secretly, like 4 months later, he became one of our secret employees for 2 years, and now he's part of the company. But the biggest bro, Fro, I never spoke with Fro when he was there. I believe Miss Gecko was there, and I never said hi.
Yeah, Miss Gecko's there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I basically hung out with Superstar Money, Dino, MC before he was the community manager, VeVe Vibe, and now he's Digital Vibe. That was kind of our posse. And then, BB Meister, guy was Paul along with Ghost 888. Shout out to Ghost 888. I haven't seen Dimitri in a while, but we hung out with them, and that was cool. That was the start, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, the people that we hung out in 2022 is not necessarily the people that we ended up becoming business partners with or getting really close with now. Like Video Shane, we got to meet him a little bit later because we started this channel. Raven, she actually became one of our very first fans, of the podcast. And then now she's she's part owner of this place. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really interesting where your journey goes when it first starts in digital collecting, and then you kind of branch out. MetaBeast, we would have never met MetaBeast if we weren't on like Web3 type of spaces, right? And that goes back to like what D and I are. We're like people that really like to spread around and get to meet everyone and really get to know the conversation on all sides instead of kind of like being in a tunnel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask if MetaBeast wanted to chime in there and give his spiel on.
I'm good.
Okay. Didn't want you to feel left out drinking your path water.
Not at all.
He's not drinking his Merlot, but it goes to show like the testament of where this space is going. And I completely agree with what Dee said. There's a lot of people here that I consider friends and family, moreover than my real life friends. I have friends that live 5 minutes up the road. I haven't seen them in a year. I talk to them or I chat with them on text, but have I gone to their house? No. But like, do I talk with Big Bro and Raven almost every other day? Yes. You know what I mean? It's or even MetaBeast, right? Like, it's a very interesting thing being in the digital space. And I feel like I'm way closer to a lot of people. And this space has really kind of honed skills that I never knew I had, let alone D. Like a great example is this AI stuff. Like, I've gone down the rabbit hole to where now we have a full-fledged production, a workflow. I'm vibe coding things that I'm not even going to tell you guys what I'm vibe coding yet. You're going to see it later on. But things like that, if I'd never found this space, never got into VeVe, never got into digital collecting, I would have never had these opportunities to like be like a UGC creator, to actually start like a streaming company before. Never ever thought I'd be doing this 3 to 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So what do you think about that notion? And what about you? I mean, like you just said, look, people are asking you to get hats all over the world. You're becoming a commodity here. So what do you think about that?
It's crazy, like, because even like going to this past DCon, you guys know Sabet, right?
Yeah.
So he was asking me, he was like, dude, where'd you get your hat? And I was like, oh, I made it. And then he was like, you made this? And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, do you want to do a collab? And I was like, you want to do a collab with me? I was like, bro, I'm like a nobody. Like, I'm just like bottom of the barrel. I'm just here, dude. I'm like a youngin'. And then he's like, no, I love that. He's like, the young artist, you guys like make me thrive. You make me want to do stuff. And he's like, I could help, blah, 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 all this stuff. So I'm just like, dude, that is just cool. Wild. Like, you think like you as like the person you are at your statue, you just think my stuff is interesting or cool. So like, to me, that is crazy because you never know like who you'll meet. You never know who you'll connect with or just like mentally just vibe with. So that's what's really, really cool because like if I wasn't in the Web3, that would have never happened. Like if I didn't go to that the bowling party, like I was outside smoking. I was literally about to like roll up a joint and smoke. And then freaking this guy comes and like taps my shoulder, and I was like, "What's up?" And then he's like, "Dude, I like your hat." And I was wearing like a sunflower hat that I did. It was like a
Yeah.
Cincinnati Reds one, and it was Jermaine Rogers. And he's all like, "Dude, this is really
Wow.
cool. You need to." He's like, "You need to do this. You need to sell this." And I just looked at him and I was like, "Yeah, whatever, bro." And like I ended up getting a photo with him, and then he's like, just like me driving home that day, like I was just resonating about it, and I was like, "Dude, like I really could do this. Like just make the hats, sell them. It is what it is." But then like I ended up getting hit up by like this guy at Lollapalooza just because he liked the hats too. So he's like, "I want your hats to be at our festivals and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Dude, that is just
Wow.
crazy." So like
That
that
is
was like a couple of
crazy.
years back too. So like it just never would have happened if it like I want to say for you guys, for like the people in the spaces, just all that stuff, because it's just me doing what I like, just chilling, just watching Harry Potter, just putting something on, and that's like the Web3 side or like the website of it that handles that. So it really is kind of crazy like to see like where this stuff could be, like, because yeah, I'm only 27, so like when I'm like your guys' age, like I really do wonder like where I will be or like what the future doesn't hold. Like
You're going to have a
what it's gonna
digital
be.
hat company that's going to have the digital and the physical paired together as an RWA. You're going to have a certificate that states that you're owning that thing digitally. And who knows,
Like
man?
even like when David, I was just at like a booth. I was at like some pin booth and I was just shopping it. And then he came up to me. He's like, "Is this your booth?" And I was like, "No, dude. Like I wish. Like I don't have a booth." But he's like, "I just
But
want to
it
let you
could
know."
be.
Yeah, like, but he I just want to let you know, like the coolest thing I got this week by far was your handmade hat. And I was just like, "Bro, no way." I was like, "That's so cool." And then like Mahalo, he was like, "Oh, so are you gonna have a booth next year?" And I was like, "Bro, get out of here." And then he's like, "No, I'm serious." He's like, "Are you gonna have a booth?" And I was like, "Fuck, I mean, I don't know, like probably not." And then he's like, "Come on, man, it's only $1,000." And I was like, "Well, that's nothing." I was like, "That's really not anything. Like I sell 4 or 5 of the hats that pays for it."
Are
So I
you
was
going to
like,
have a booth
yeah.
there next year?
I mean, like, I don't know, like it just like it felt good because they're like hyping me up, but then like I thought they were like clowning me, or like I thought he was clowning me, but then in a sense he was like really serious. He's like, "Dude, you need to do this." And I was like,
Yeah.
"It's crazy because like you guys just make me work harder. You guys make me like push and like want to succeed, you know." So
Yeah.
it really is kind of cool, like just being able to like talk with everybody, meet everybody. So like how
So
you're
let's make a
saying, like,
deal.
digital
Let's
too, like how
let's
what's up?
let's make a deal real quick. If you get a booth, this guy has to show up in person.
Majin?
In person. Yeah.
I have a
Oh.
giveaway to give to him too, so he needs to show up. That's
There
for
you
sure.
go. That's
Oh.
the carrot right there. Sorry, I interrupted you. That's a thing going on here. My bad.
No, you're good. But like even how you're saying like the digital hats and whatnot, like there was people on the timeline like, "Oh, when is this gonna be in VeVe?" or when could I get this? And I was like, "Bro, what the heck?" Like I never even would have thought like, "Oh yeah, let me put my hat in VeVe or whatever the hell." But then like if it does go for an NFT or whatever the heck, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Because then I was listening to like one of Randy's spaces, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, people are gonna be able to like do NFTs with VeVe and all that stuff." And I was just like, dude, that's crazy. Because in a sense, like I probably could do it. So I don't know, like how the future and all that stuff. Like yeah, like I could just see it happening.
So to give you a
Like
little
even
bit of taste here, we actually have a digital hat that we minted. It's on OpenSea, it's on Polygon, and we gave away a digital of both. And certain holders that held that for a year, they were getting certain utilities. That's going to end this year, but like just so you know, it is possible you can pair it as well. And you know, even though you're like digital hat, it's actually pretty cool. Can you imagine seeing your hat in AR on VeVe and you put your hat on like a Batman or something in the VeVe-verse, right? That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
just
go
your
ahead.
avatar.
because like I said, I was a Roblox kid growing up, so like I would be in Roblox. Like I would get off of school, and then like me and my friends would be doing homework through Roblox on the computer and all that stuff. So like I just remember I'd be on there like designing like clothes or doing all that stuff just to sell on Roblox. But then in a sense I was like, I'm not making no money, like, you know, so I was in like elementary school and I was like, this is kind of wasted time. So then I always looked up like how to make it like real. So like I would always try to like find that avenue or try to do this stuff in real life. But yeah, like going back to digitally, like you can make money doing it now. So like that is real cool. Like how you said was it those hats that you're wearing right now?
No, these are actually prototypes because the Real Uncommon podcast was the hats that we did before, and that's kind of been phased out, and so now these are kind of new. And we weren't expecting anyone to like these. Actually, she came up with the design, and she kind of got these printed really quick for DCon. Unfortunately, we left Big Bro's hat at home by mistake. Yeah, but people want these now, and I'm like, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We've been in the hat business before. I told Dee never again, but the way that we did it was a little bit different, right? Versus the way you're doing it. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Because like mine, like in a sense, like this one that I'm doing, it's for Majin, or no, it's for Bonger, and he wanted like
nice.
Laker colorway, and then he
Mhm.
wanted like one of these flowers for like his sign,
Oh.
his birth sign or whatever.
That's cool.
Is that
But I was
Lily
like,
of
yeah,
the
bro, I
Valley?
got you. Yeah, like a Delali or something like that. But in a sense, it's like it's a one of one, and it's like an art piece for him. But then it's like clothing for VeVe. But then
Custom made.
just it's just art in a sense too. But I never really even thought of it like that. Like I didn't think of it like the art until like I got hit up by the Lollapalooza guy, and I was like, that is crazy. So yeah, people like it.
Wanting a one of one.
They all kind of are like one of ones. Like when I was talking to Sanjay too, Sanjay's like, I want the only gold one, gold logo. And I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. I'll do a gold logo and I won't make another one.
It's cost extra for gold.
But can you make one with a fro do?
With what?
So
A fro.
so
wig.
fro,
He wants a wig on there, right?
custom fro
Yeah,
hat
I
to
mean,
wear with the wig.
I probably could. I asked Fro, I was like, how long does it take you to do your hair? And he's like, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, there's no way, dude. And he's like, it's just a wig. And I looked at him, I was like,
Well,
that's a
people were
wig?
asking, what product do you use?
For my hair?
For your hair.
I don't use nothing. I just use Head and Shoulders. Head and
It's
Shoulders.
called natural, guys. Jealous.
Yeah.
It's in his genetics.
In Hawaii, that was the best. The Hawaii, the sea salt and all that in your hair.
Yeah.
Just
And
make it-
that
Yeah.
and just like the sun.
Coconut. Yeah, coconut
Yeah.
oil.
that was the best.
So Mr. MC1 wants the only gold logo hat, right? So can I get the
Yeah.
gold plated logo hat and just say it's a rare earth mineral on yours?
Stop,
It's
Gold.
It's a bad joke. I'm kidding.
stop it.
Like you have like the zirconian diamond, right? Can I have like the the bootleg one?
The
A pyrite?
Temu version.
Can you make a pyrite one?
Pyrite. Or-
A pyrite.
Well, but what like first caught my eye when I saw the hats were the sunflowers. 'Cause I love flowers of all kinds, but sunflowers are one of my, I guess, top 3 favorite flowers. And so just to have
Yeah.
that like all around the hat, I don't know what the rim, is just beautiful. And like when I just kind of like glanced by, I was like, oh cool, he makes hats. People say they make hats, but they send in their logo and then someone else embroiders it for them, right? But then when I heard and saw when I heard you yeah, it's like stitch by stitch, like thread by
Yeah.
thread. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Like, yeah, you're so talented. I
And
mean,
that's thick material.
mm-hmm.
And like it
So-
doesn't cost anything. Like I get a blank hat like $15-$20, and then the yarn is like $2, $3 for all of that. So it's like
Yeah,
it's
but I
just
mean,
the time. The time.
Pushing
Yeah.
through that thick material.
Yeah, I mean it's not
Seems
hard.
it
Like
take more time.
I use
So-
like this thing. It's like a little like you put it
Oh,
on
the
the edge of
symbol.
your finger,
Yeah, the symbol.
and you just you just push through. It's not hard. It just does take time. It takes a lot of time.
So for one that is just the sunflowers, just kind of like the basic design, how long does that usually take if you were to just spend not do anything, just sew that
So,
specific hat?
So like this one is the one that Sabet wants me to do the hat on. Like he signed it and everything.
Oh
What?
wow. Okay, cool.
For me to do this, it's gonna take it'll probably take 5 days. 5 days, but then I'm talking 8 hours each day. 8 to 10
Wow.
hours probably.
Wow.
So I mean, it is what it is. I could like when I keep going, like I get in the rhythm and it just goes quicker. But it does take a long time. Like one flower will probably take me like 4 to 6 hours, 4 to 7 hours. So just depending on the size, like if it's a big one or a small one. But
Yeah.
it is like really cool. It's fun to me.
Are you able to talk and have a conversation and do it at the same time?
Well, like I was like when we were in the space the other day, like I had that space open for like 7 hours almost, and I was sewing that whole time, like from start to finish. So I mean, kinda, yeah. Like it might not be the most interesting, or I might not be like the most like right there, but yeah, like I could do it. I'm not about to do it right now because I'll just be like head down, looking down. So no.
No, that's it's amazing, and I want we should hit him up for like a custom made one too, Hinano.
You're the
I would love one.
CEO. Whatever you guys want to do, it's up to you. I that's not my department. I'm production over here, and I like where I'm at.
I'm just saying, like for my own style, like for D1 and only.
Where,
Like,
Um,
even like you're like
for
on your
time-wise?
true hat, I would do it on your true hat, you know? Just put it right there and like that would look cool. Like
Ooh.
your guys' hat and then with the sunflower, I'm like, that would be tight.
You have
It's
people
not-
starting to line up. So what is their timelines looking like if they request a one of one?
So like the one for Bonger, that took like 8-9 days, and I'm about to
Nice.
send it out tomorrow. But just because it was a little different, like he had like that flower, so I just had to practice first just to make sure it looked good. But
Oh.
freaking like just the sunflowers, like yeah, like I probably have like 25 to 30 people that all want hats. So like in a sense that's
Oh.
cool, but then like that fucking is a lot of time, you know? So like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
like 5-6 months for me. So it's not bad, but it's good. It's good, but I don't like people are just gonna be waiting. Like I had people hit me up, oh, when can I send it? And I'm like, fuck. But like even Phil, he wants 3 beanies, and I'm like, dude, those 3 beanies will probably take me like 2,
It's like a
almost
month.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a month.
So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants one in time for next con, they probably better get it in now, huh?
Yeah, get it in now
That's
for
how
next
like
year.
like VeVe Magic, like I'm gonna put like I want to put the castle on the side, but then I want it to be like all flowered out on the inside, so like a bunch of different flower patterns and stuff, but in the shape of the castle.
Whoa, the castle. Whoa.
in a sense,
That's gonna be
like-
so intricate.
And then like for her, that's gonna be a one of one, you know. And then
Yeah.
for me, it's cool because then it's like somebody on the team or somebody like with VeVe is wearing it. And then like
Yeah.
I was at the booth and there was like Flexi, My Collectibles, like just a bunch of other people. They're like, "Can I get a hat? Can I get a hat?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, bro, like I got you." So it was just cool. Like for like it was like, "You guys want a hat for me?" Like of course, like it's cool.
Yeah.
Freaking vegan things. We're at like Ninja Karaoke and he's like, "Yayo, yayo," and I like turn around because he's like in his Uber and he's like, "Let me buy your hat off you." And I was like, "Right now?" And then he's like, "Yeah, let me buy it." He's like, $200. And I was like, "Nah." He's like, "All right, $300." And I was like, "No." And then he's like, "Come on, bro." And then I was like, "Bro, like, I'll make you one. Just relax."
Was he
like,
saucy when he was saying it? Was he all saucy already, or was he being serious?
I think it was
He really-
serious.
He pulled out the cash. Like, he was like,
Wow.
and I was all like, "No, bro. Like, I'll make you one. Don't worry about it."
That's
But-
good then. That shows your worth and your value, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it felt good, but then, like, it felt even better to tell him no, you know?
Look at this guy.
Should have taken the 300 and buy more thread and hats.
I knew
Yeah.
Comic was hiding in the background. What's up, Comic?
And then
What?
full body embroidered Godzilla suit.
What? How
That's
much
like
time
a
was-
full-body
custom.
Godzilla
That's like
suit?
a whole year, man.
I could sew one probably, like, make you a little cosplay thing, but I ain't gonna do that. You tripping, Marvin.
Yeah.
He can't make one for himself. No, he
I
already has one
could,
in
but
his
I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
That-
definitely more than 300.
This is
But, like,
cool,
in a
man.
sense, too, like, for everybody, like, I'm trying to do just, like, a 150, like, price point. And then once it, like, does get more popular, like, because in a sense, like everybody's just gonna have like the first gen or like the one of
Mhm.
ones to start,
Version
and then
yeah.
like I probably will charge literally like $300 to do one because that shit does take a lot of time and it is a
Yeah.
collectible. So
Mhm.
yeah, like people do want to pay it, so like I have no problem doing it. But like just to start, it'll probably be like a 150 for a lot of people just to get started. But then even Max, I was talking to Max and he's like, dude, you just need to do like go whatnot. He's like, just make one and go on whatnot and auction it. And then I was like, dude, that's not bad either. Just like 120 starting price and then just see how much somebody's willing to pay. So
Yeah.
so option, just something.
Okay, so
cool.
after the 25, 30 people, please insert me in there somewhere. I
No,
will wait.
you
I will wait.
you guys are in it. You're in it. But I was just gonna like make it for you guys. That's the other thing too. You know? Like there's people that I just want to gift that to. So like I was gonna make it for like the shit you guys do for like for the community for everybody. It's a lot of hard work, you know. So it's like here, like I'm not gonna try to make money off the people I like. Like I'll make money off the new people, of course. But yeah, like you guys, I was just trying to give it to y'all. But you guys are lower
Appreciate
on the
that.
list. Like it's like you guys are
Oh,
like in the
we'll
20s.
wait, dude. Yeah,
But
we'll wait.
We're used to
I
it.
just
Trust
wanna-
us. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I want to get it to like a bunch of the people like just on the team first, just so they could be rocking it, and then just so like David and Ann could see it and be like, "Where the heck did you get that?" And be like, "Oh yeah, Yayo made it." So I'm like, "Oh, that's tight."
No, that's awesome. That's good to focus on one thing first, get your word out there, get your product out there, and then yeah, the rest of us. I mean, we can wait. We can all wait.
I mean, because you guys are content people too, so that's why it's like, yeah, I just want you guys to be rocking it or whatever the heck, just wear it whenever. So like when somebody will tune on to your channel and be like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" "Oh, Yayo made it." You're like, "Ah, okay."
Yeah,
okay.
thank you for asking. Here's where you can go. Here's his website. Let me show you. Share my screen. You can
She's
go
not joking. She'll
find
do
it. Yeah, I mean, whatever we can do to help promote, a website and all that is probably like not on your mind right now unless you already have one. But when you're
I
ready
used
to
to have like an
share that,
Etsy, but that was it really.
Oh,
Nothing,
okay.
not like a website, but
Yeah.
I was doing
It
like
sounds
White
like you
Sox
don't
logo
need one,
hats.
man.
Yeah.
Sounds like you don't
Word of
need
Yeah,
one.
like I was doing like White Sox logos, and people were like, I would post them up, and someone would buy it like literally like 2 days, a day later. So yeah, it is a lot, but it's fun. It's fun to me, so I can't get mad at it.
So right here,
Yeah.
Fro's wanting to make sure that he's on the schedule right here. Businessman at heart right here.
I think he's on it. I think I put him on it because I saw him like tweet about it, so I put him on it. Let me double check.
The next thing he's gonna ask, how can I get ahead on the list?
That's the other thing. Yeah. Yeah, like right now I have 29 people on the list. So that's like a lot to me. But it's fun.
Wow.
It'll be fun.
Well, I got one more question for you, but before I do that, I'm gonna go down the line to D and Metabeast to see if they got anything else. We're reaching the half-hour mark before we hit 2 hours. This has been a very long conversation to where I've lost track of time. It's been an hour and a half, if you can believe it already.
Yeah.
So that's usually what happens here. But like D, anything else you want to add? By the way, we have a ton of questions that D set aside here, about 15 of them. We didn't ask a single one.
Which is
funny.
how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I love the conversation, and I just love seeing your creativity and seeing on the timeline or in like spaces that people are wanting, something special from you, because it's like literally anything that you make handmade is literally, whether it's like customized for that specific person, it is a one of one, because not two hats can be the same in your
'Cause
type
that's
of
like-
line.
Because like we're all collectors too, so like for us to have like a one of one from the company that we like, it's like, oh hell yeah, like that's really cool. So that's what
Yeah.
people I feel like too, because they're repping VeVe and it's something cool, like not like a gold logo hat. I mean the gold logo hat's cool, but then like knowing me, I would do some shit if I had it, or if I was a gold logo holder, I would probably put something on it just to make mine even different from
Yeah,
everybody
just
else.
customized, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
No, this has been really awesome. I want to go to Metabeast actually, because he did bring up something earlier, but I don't know if he wants to ask you here.
Nah, but I will say it was awesome to meet you in person, and I wanted to say
Likewise.
I greatly appreciate you sharing your story with me in the space. I know they didn't touch it based on that. It's very interesting, and it was also cool to talk about your time spent during COVID. That was fun too. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
was
for that,
interesting.
and I wish you the best, man. You got you. Shit. You got some work to do.
You're in demand.
That's
No,
all.
Yeah.
that's sorry.
No, you're
Not.
good.
I love seeing that, and it's gonna be so awesome when we meet up again in a year's time and take a group picture, and we're all repping Yayo hats, and like each
That'd be
one can
tight.
show like their individual like customized one. It's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the first gold-plated TRU. No.
That's how you
Anyways,
do it. Give them all a little taste, then get them
Yeah.
hooked.
a little bit of the carrot. That's all it is. That's all it is. All right, Dayayo. Last question of the day for you, and it's a very hard one, and it's for all three of us. Ask us any question you would like besides my social security number, because I won't give that to you. But this is the time of the program where we like to have the guests ask us anything. So anything you would like, go right ahead, man.
I'm so bad at this question. Like I had a job
Everybody
interview
is.
the other day, and then they're like, "Oh, you have any questions for me?" And I was like, "Not really, but let's see."
And us three, by the way, not just D and I. MetaBeast jumped up here. He's going to be a part of the questions. So
Yeah, it
So
can be
when
anything.
did you guys start like your crypto Web3 journey? Like
so you
what
asking
what
in
year?
general or like D, myself, or MetaBeast?
Like all three of you guys.
Okay.
Like were you guys like yeah, like was it like 10 years ago, like 5 years ago, 15,
2019.
20, 2019? Okay.
Yeah,
Cuz like
I
I just
got.
like
Oh,
I
sorry.
like this question just for like my perspective on it, you know? Cuz like in a sense I would probably say I was like 2020, 2019 as well, you know. So that's cool like for me. Just because
Yeah.
I'm like younger, you know, so I do like to know that.
For me, yeah, when it was December of 2021. So 2021, I feel like it's still the OGs kind of, but like the later end of it. So a
Yeah,
little bit after you, right? Because you're what is
Which
September? You
day?
said August for you, Yayo.
I was
You found
October.
BB. Oh, October. Yeah.
I
So
told
mine
Yeah,
was mine was December 13, 2021. That's when I actually started my VeVe account. It's on that
but like crypto
specific.
in general.
Yeah, because I didn't
Okay.
like Hinano did all like the stock market and got into the crypto stuff, but for me, I was more like, okay, cool, yeah, that's great, Hinano. You're watching YouTube videos on these things. I didn't really take the time to like get more involved or understand it until yeah, really until I made my VeVe account, and then there was a whole
Hmm.
Omi thing. And that's kind of like when I found I made my X account later on, and then from being on X or Twitter at the time, being on Twitter kind of just like opened my eyes to like, oh shoot, there's like so much people like in crypto and Web3 AI metaverses, all that kind of stuff on Twitter. And that's just kind of how I started my journey into that section of things. Yeah, it was when I got a Twitter account.
Okay.
And for you, Hinano?
So I started getting into crypto right around 2020, right when COVID started. So that's when the first crypto I bought was Bitcoin, and I remember buying Bitcoin at I believe $3,000 a coin, and I held it for quite some time, but and it started appreciating, right? And I didn't hold it long enough because I was more a stock investor. So like one of my biggest holdings was Tesla stock, Facebook, and Cash App. I mean, and I was buying those stocks back in like 2017 when we had that trade war going on. So I never really got into crypto itself till 2020. And then it didn't really kind of like spitball until like maybe I want to say when the crypto market crashed. that's when I started investing more into crypto. I had all this seed money. I also, because I said I got into VeVe for the value proposition. We all know how that kind of turned out. So that was kind of something that didn't really even out right. But then I had other things that did. I started buying Bitcoin again, and I was kicking myself in the butt because instead of buying Bitcoin at like 3,000 a coin, I started buying Bitcoin at like 22K and stuff like that. Right, that's when I started like getting back into it and stuff like that. And then I really didn't start really getting focused purely into crypto until I want to say 3 years ago. And it's kind of funny. I've never bought Omi, but Omi was always gifted to me, right?
That was my
And I
next
remember-
question. If you guys are like Omi or just VeVe.
Well, let's get to that. So first off, I was more into VeVe because I was more into the collectibles. I resonated more with that. But I did enter a contest against Holy Free Holy Richard. The Superstars held a $1 million Omi thing, and both myself and Richard got to the very end, and I lost. But as a consolation prize, I did get 500,000 Omi. So I held that for a very long time, and then I sold it and bought D a Beast with that because Omi crashed, and so I had a stop loss on it, and I got out. And I just bought Omi back. I think it was beginning of November. I want to say November 4th or 5th when we're at 00011. It's the first time I bought Omi, and very happy I bought at 00011 because I think right now we're at like what 00026 or something. Last I looked, and I'm doing pretty good. So, but also with what's been going on in the crypto markets with the washouts and the crazy stuff going on now, because I feel like these markets aren't run by people; they're run by institutions now. Right now, crypto is not really the best either right now. But yeah, if you've been in crypto, you've been burned in it, then you already know, and you're already numb to everything. NFTs going down, all of it. We've all felt it. But I don't think if I didn't go down this journey of the NFT and crypto route, we would have never created TRU Media Group, would have never met all these people. So you kind of had to look at the gains and losses in this. You may have lost some money in crypto, but you gain knowledge, education, people, a foundation and an idea. And the best part about that is the idea part, because once you have an idea, run with it and put everything in it. And I'm proud to say that something that we're doing here is the idea of this media group, interacting with everybody, being a place for everybody, right? Really, really honing on, this is a place for everybody. Even if people call someone a fudder, we will give that person a chance because we want to hear someone out before we're really thinking like, okay, either two things are going to happen here. You're actually going to say something that resonates with me and you're really not a further. You're just really somebody that's passionate, or you're a dick and you need to go, right? So, and I got to say, there's a lot of people we've given chances that I labeled a fudder that was not even in the sense of that word. These people are actually kind, cool. We consider them family now. You know who I'm talking about if you're watching the replay. And it's one of our number one supporters that we may have labeled as somebody else in the past. So it's interesting how you can get into something, whether it's an asset, a project, or anything, and then from point A to B you come out a different person, you come out with a different perspective, you come out maybe with a different mindset. You can even say, I came out ahead because I started a business and a friendship, and we're now known in this space, and we're trying to trailblaze with everybody. And that's in the end, I think what we're trying to do here is the Web3 space, it's the NFT space, digital collecting space. We want to see it succeed, and I think that's the biggest thing out of everything right here. For to end your question on getting into crypto, is at least now I feel like we're a part of the pioneers moving this space forward.
Y'all sent me looking on Coinbase to try to pinpoint the exact date I got into it.
to crypto.
Yes.
That's a good tone. What's that?
So what's one thing on VeVe that you're most excited for, or one thing that you would want to see, I guess?
I'll go first. So I'm happy with the turtles. I'm a big fan of the turtles. I'm really hoping that you guys throw those things on the floor because I'll be there to scoop them up from you. That's my plan for tomorrow. But also, I'm a big Star Trek fan, and I know you know this, David, and everyone that's at VeVe. And I've been asking you guys for the other ships that you haven't dropped yet. They've only dropped one ship, which is the Enterprise D. We have all the alphabets, guys. A, B, C, D, E, G, them all. You know what I mean? So, like, give me another ship, please. That's really what I'd want. I know it's only for me. I'm probably the only one that'll buy it. So make it very scarce. And yeah, you know. But that's what I would like, is to see some more Star Trek. But I think that's a hard ask. What about you, D?
What I would like to see on VeVe, I've said this a bunch of times before, and one person agrees with me. Shout out to Osmond. Is Terminator. I want that, and gargoyles. That's all. Thank you very much. Just those two.
As far as just collectibles or something being on VeVe, I am a diehard Animaniacs fan, and I would love to see Wacko, Yakko, and Dot on there someday. I'd also love to see part 2 of The Death of Spider-Man, which I bought the one, and I'm like, how does it? I don't know how those things work. When will it ever come out? Will it not? I don't know. But I'm actually excited, mostly about the new chain they have coming that will allow us to own to actually have and play and manipulate our assets.
And that resonates a lot with you. I know it does, because I know you're big on the Web3 part, and that's really what's cool. We were all there during the announcement. We were all told to turn our phones off when they said we got this big announcement, because we were doing the live stream, right? So if we had the live stream, I'm like, yeah, it would have been us that probably would have leaked it, but we didn't. But
you know what was like crazy is if there were people at the party that told other people that weren't at the party, it didn't come out. And I'm like, because usually if you tell someone not to do something, there will be the one person that leaks it. But like nobody that wasn't at the party came out and like leaked it.
I gotta tell at least one person.
Well, you weren't there. You weren't there though. You went home early.
Yeah. No, I didn't know I had a time either. So.
What's that?
Yeah.
Can you see how many people are like listening?
Yeah, you got about 150 people.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can say it.
Say
it.
You can do it.
Okay, because when I was at that booth, when I was looking at those pins, when I was talking to David, he came up to me and he was just asking about like my journey and stuff, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I was a Roblox kid, and then he's like, you know, we're partnered with them, right? And I was like, huh? And then he's like, yeah, like we're partnered with Roblox, like we're gonna have drops, and then you're gonna be able to like take it onto their world and then take it into the freaking Roblox universe. And I was like, that is amazing, like that is crazy. So like for me to hear that, I was like, all our comics, everything, that's why the whole Go chain is gonna be a thing, because how else would we be able to do that, you know? So in my mind, I was like, bro, that is crazy. So that's what I'm most excited about, because he told me that from his mouth. So I was like, holy.
But did he know that you played a bunch of Roblox, or that was just coincidental?
Or I told him like, I was like, yeah, when I told him, I'm 27. I'm like one of the younger guys. I got my grandpa on this app. Like I got my whole family. My grandpa's like 80 something. So then he's all like, oh, damn. So then I told him, I was like, yeah, I always like played video games. Like I always understood the collecting thing. I was like, there's a hat I have on Roblox that it's going for like $2,000, and I just got it just because like I was one of the early people on the app or like on the game. So then like his face lit up. Like when I told him about the Roblox, his face lit up, and I was like, yeah, I remember. Like I was one of the first 30,000, and now they have over like 300,000 or 300 million. Like they have over like 80 million active players a day. And then his face like just kept like smiling and smiling. And then he's like, you know, we're partnered with him, right? And I was like, are you serious? So I was like, what are you saying? And then he's like, yeah, like you're gonna be able to send your stuff. And I was like, that. And then once I heard the stuff about the Go chain, I was like, things just started clicking. So I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that is huge for us, huge for the company, like huge for VeVe. And I really can't wait for that. Like that's crazy.
Did he say when, or he's just pretty much like stay tuned?
He didn't say like timeline or anything, but I was in like another space. I was in another space like on Twitter, and they were talking about it after I fucking spilled the beans. they're just talking about it, and they're like, that was supposed to be like the one of the big announcements, or the guy said it was supposed to be the big announcement, but it was just because they got under their like lawsuit stuff, you know. So like how like predators and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. They wouldn't want to release it now just because bad timing and everything. But for me, like that's what I'm like most excited for, because that's gonna bring in so many people. Like, just
So this is kind of what I've been saying about like the space and how, like, you know, you said it yourself at the beginning of the stream about kids, right? Like you're building up this collection for your kid so they can take over and curate it. The same thing goes for like what we're doing here at True Media. We're building up a little platform so our daughter can one day take over this, because they get this stuff. You don't have to explain to them what a digital product is. They're doing it already. I've been literally spending money on Robux and all types of stuff before I even got into this space. That's something that my daughter is doing it right now, probably, even though I told her not to. You know what I mean? Because we're on the live stream, right? Yeah. So, but like they live in that stuff. And this kind of goes to what the VeVe-verse is, right? And I've been saying this for a very long time, since I was on the Bob Sales channel. I truly believe the VeVe-verse is going to be a place where kids like my daughter and your kid can go and hang out and resonate with all this stuff. When I was young, you know, it wasn't cool to like play with your action figures and collect comic books. You were teased. You even were beaten up here in Hawaii. That's just how it was here, right? So I used to hide at my LCS, which was our video store, and that was our sanctum. So, but these kids now, they hang out in all these digital rooms to be in like a construct, the VeVe-verse, for them to hang out, kick back, decorate their rooms, you know, portal to like a Roblox or portal to whatever, right? Via whatever collect chain. That's the future. And if you can provide a place for like where my daughter and your kid and everyone else is to hang out because they get this stuff, those are future customers you do not need to educate. They know it already. They get it. And our daughter, specifically for this UGC stuff, she wants to do this stuff. She wants to live stream. She wants to play games on Roblox. That's part of the reason why we wanted to like come up with a company where our kids could take it over one day, or at least our portion of the company, right? And so this kind of all falls in line in what we're doing here in this space. And wow, that's a big thing you just said here.
For me, like I feel like the stuff on VeVe could like honestly be like more valuable than the stuff like in real life. Like like a comic book will sell like that Superman comic book sold for like $9 million, and like I could totally see that going on all the time in VeVe, because there's going to be so many more people. Like if it's on Roblox, all that stuff. No, he didn't tell me not to say anything. I just saw that NDA, so he didn't say not to say anything.
Yeah, but, you're clear, man.
But how I was saying, like, yeah, I could totally see stuff being more valuable just because you're gonna have so many more eyes in the digital world. Like we talk to more people digitally than in real life, you know. So it's like I really do feel like this stuff's gonna be like crazy one day. So I can't wait. Like I really can't wait. It's a fun time. Like I'm always learning from everybody. So like I really do appreciate everything that people in spaces talk about.
One more thing before we move on and kind of close out the show. This. You hear here is financial advice. We know nothing. We're silly people on the internet just talking at a camera, and there you go. So
yep, we're just talking heads. Do what you want with it, but we're just talking.
Right.
We're covered.
You got one more for us before we close it out?
Buy my stuff.
Buy my stuff.
Meta piece.
Oh. Because technically you had 3 questions right there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm good whenever.
All
Slowly puts checkbook away. Comic guy, he's hilarious.
He is. So we are getting close to the 10-minute mark, and then we're gotta get out of here. I'm gonna give the baton to D while I get everything ready to close out the show.
This has been great just to hear your stories and just riff off on different topics today. Thank you for saying yes to me when I posed the question for you to come on. I think kind of what got me to like oh, I should ask him was in Vegas when you mentioned that you went to HPU. I was like, yay, like he knows like something about like
I got one more
Hawaii.
question.
So I thought, like, yeah, let's go talk to him, and then just hearing your
So
story
like, are
that
you guys the Hawaii people?
what's that?
Are you guys like the only people on like that like we know from on VeVe like from Hawaii?
There are a few others that are dormant. You know what's so funny
Yeah.
about that question is there's actually two VeVe people that live in the same town as me that I met
Yeah.
in my collectible stream, believe it or not.
Oh, it's not.
And one of the guys I actually worked with his mom when I was in high school, so that kind of blew my mind right there. So
That's funny.
but yeah, there are some VeVe people that live on a different island. I don't think Living Aloha is in VeVe anymore, but he was one at a time. But yeah, there's a few that live on Oahu that are still here. I think Tucson is in Oahu. But yeah, there's a couple here.
Yeah.
We're the
Okay.
most active on the timeline, I guess.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
like the only Hawaii people I ever see, so that's what I was curious for.
And I got one more question for you. Now we're talking about Hawaii because this is something that I really like to ask people when they come here. Can you give me a memory, like one of your favorite memories of this place, to kind of tell the audience how special it is here that you don't really get it anywhere else? You know what I'm saying, right? If you haven't been here, a lot of people I know haven't been here. That's why they kind of trip out when they first meet D and I for the first time. They're like, "You're really like BE is a good example. Informant. They're literally the same people that you see on camera." Exactly, because this is how we are at home in Hawaii. This we're very welcoming, right? So you know this because you've been here, you went to school. So kind of give us a memory to kind of close it out for the show.
Like a memory, like
Something that
to
you
me,
that
like,
resonates, that you remember that really reminds you of this place.
like
Too
I
many?
honestly would just say like, in a sense, yeah, there's like a lot, but I just love the beaches. Like, go beach hopping and then just stop at a food truck and just be walking, or like Mackey's, or it's just chilling, you know, just straight vibing, just going flip flops on, just cruising, just like I love like another memory, like how people just cut people off on the road out here. Like your guys' buses will throw up the shaka like when they want to come over, you know. So it's like that is so cool, and like you try to tell that to somebody in the mainland, and it's like nah, they'd have no idea. But
Yeah.
like I just love the weather. Like it would be raining, and then literally 20 minutes later, freaking you see
Sun.
3 or 4 rainbows. So it's like, oh my gosh, this place is beautiful. Like there's no way. And then 20 minutes later, after that, it's freaking raining again. So it's like,
Yup.
oh my gosh. But I really do like. It's just a great time. Like anywhere you are on the island, it's like it don't matter where you are, you make the most of it, and it's always just fun. So like, I just need to get back. It's been like 3 years since I went, but it's just always fun. Like my sister, she just went like I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago. So she was just out there. She brought me like a bunch of Hawaiian stuff, like all the like the candies from what's it called?
Liliha?
Swap meet. I forgot. Yeah, the lihikoi, all that stuff. But it was from like the swap meet, where they play
Yeah, the
football. You know?
Aloha Stadium.
Yeah, Aloha Stadium. But like I loved going there too, because you just go there, you see like the handmade stuff from like the Hawaiian people, and it's like, bro, this is so cool. Like it's your guys' culture, like the stuff you guys make, so it's really fun. Like if you can go, I totally recommend it. But you got to stay out there for like 2-3 weeks at least, just to see everything. Like you'll be beach hopping at one spot, you'll be there all day. You think you're gonna go do all this stuff, but then you just get stuck in the sand, and it's all like, nope, I'm chilling today. So
Yeah.
that was me. Someone said appreciate hippie, totally. Or like I was a hippie out there. Like I'd be smoking, just on the beach, chilling, try to do surfing, can't surf, but I just love the water. Like sea turtles, all that stuff. Like they'll just be swimming right there, just all up in your face. It's really nice. Like I totally recommend anybody to go because it's beautiful.
Which is your
Just the
go-to
water.
spot? Which is your go-to spot? Surfing.
I don't surf. But my
Or
favorite
Usually
go
beach
to
to hang
probably-
though. To hang. Which is the spot? Makapu'u, North
Was
Shore,
Sandy's.
My favorite
Sandy,
Sandy's was nice. Oh my gosh. But probably Waimea
Bellows.
Bay. for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a
I don't
school,
blame you.
but Waimea.
Oh, I don't think
Yeah.
I've been there. I don't
But
think.
You've been to
like it's
Waimea
just
Bay.
always
I
so
brought you there.
fun. Like you just be beach hopping, just like, oh, let's go here, and then you're just not feeling it, or too many people, just crowded. So then you just drive freaking
Bounce and
5-10
go
minutes up the
somewhere
road.
else.
Yep,
Yep.
it's just like, all right. But that was probably the best part for me.
And last thing, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. eat spot. Where would you go?
2 just Taco Bell, but
Taco Bell.
Well, because they're like besides Denny's, that's the one that's open like
Zippies,
24/7.
rainbows. What?
Yeah, because I would go with my
Taco
sister,
Bell.
and she doesn't really like seafood or anything like that. So I would have to go like venture by
Chicken
myself.
costume, man.
Yeah. But there was a place called Blazing Steaks. It's not there anymore, and I would go there
Blazing Steaks.
I would go there like 4 times a week, 5 times a week.
So
And
cheap, huh? The Blazing
Yeah.
Steaks.
yeah, it's just cheap and it's good food, and that's what I miss too. There was like when I was on campus, I would get like a whole acai bowl. I'd get an acai bowl for like $4 or $5 from the spot, and then you come out here to Vegas, and then like acai bowl is like $16, $20, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like over
Yeah.
there, it's nothing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just love their like the spam musubis, all that stuff. Like you'd go to multiple spots, just trying to find the best spam musubi, or like the manapuas. Oh my gosh, I love those. Like
Oh,
can't get enough of that.
yeah.
So
The pork hash.
I really do miss it. Yeah.
You know, what's so funny is we ran into Flexi on Fremont, and you know the ABC store, right? People don't realize the ABC
Yeah.
store is a Hawaii chain, so you can actually
Yeah.
get like the macadamia. In fact, that's probably where we're gonna go buy them. But forget shipping them because they were cheaper over there, right? But along with
Yeah.
water. But what was so cool about that place is we ran to Flexi. He was looking for the post office, and I'm like, hey man, so just so you know, this ABC store chain is a Hawaii chain, and you can get like musubis in here. So he went in there and actually tried one in front of us. It looked like he actually liked it. So that was a pretty cool moment with Flexi Collects.
It was so random too. That's when he was like on his way to find this post office that we've never seen on Fremont.
The elusive post office.
Even like the
Oh.
7-Eleven musubis, like when you're just freaking in a rush or whatever,
Oh,
I'd be like, all right, let me get a Red
7-Eleven,
Bull,
yeah.
and like, oh my gosh, those are good as hell
Oh.
too. Like
A
Yeah.
Lupchong
Yeah.
Manapua with a Red Bull at like 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're done right there.
that's-
So
yeah. No
even
more
like your
Red
guys' the boba out there is like just so different. Like your guys' tea, everything is just so much just better like than out here.
yeah, I agree. Like the poke bowls, like that is a authentic poke bowl. If there's no sesame seed in the poke bowl, then that's a real poke bowl, because everything I've seen was just sesame seeds on sesame seeds, and I'm like, this is not a poke bowl. I love avocado. You don't have to like pile it up with avocado, right? Where's the fish? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need more fish. So,
Yeah.
Dayayo, this has been an awesome conversation. I really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I never got to talk with you in Vegas. I talked to you for a minute. I remember seeing you on Sunday. You actually hit me in the shoulder, and I was gonna talk with you, Ben, because I thought your name was Ben. But there was the collecting panel with Video Shane and David and all them. So I was actually heading out to that one. And guys, I thought his name was Ben. So
Funny. I remember when the Thursday night, and you were like, I was like in the Hollow Joe and the Biggest Bro, and then you were
Yeah.
just like on my left side, and you were just like talking, like you were talking to like 3 or 4 people, and I was like, is that him? And I was like, I don't know, because like how like they said you
wasn't wearing the
always have
glasses.
on. Yeah, you weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't. So I was like, I don't know if that's him, but like I think it's him. Like he's talking like he's Hawaiian. So I was like, I think it's him.
I had an identity
He's talking
crisis
like a
that weekend.
Portuguese.
Everyone didn't know it was me, and then I had to go put these glasses on. They're like, it's the real Hinata. I'm like, really? If I don't have these on, I used to live stream without these before, right? But like everyone knows the glasses, so, and I had the Billabong hat normally, right? So
Mhm.
Yeah.
now, so I'm gonna wear the Meta Ray Bans next time, and people will recognize me, right? So
Yeah.
let's go.
Fun. Can't wait for
Guys,
next year.
Final words for
Yeah.
our guests while I get everything ready to close out the show. Go ahead, T.
I just want to say thank you very much for coming on and spending, some of your time with us on Friday, and just kind of sharing your stories. And I really love how you got talked about your art in making these hats, your creativity. I'm really happy that you have so much people that are there to support you and want their own customized hat. That's really awesome to see. So anything that we can help to like promote you or your artwork or any merchandise, just let us know. Um, tag us in something or just message. Hey, can you share this on your shows? Whatever. We just want to get the word out there because you got a good thing going on, man. And yeah, it's awesome that you take the time, like your hours in the day where you could be doing something else for your own leisure. But you're there making these customized hats for a lot of people in the community. So I want to say thank you for doing that and just coming on here and talking story with us. And want to pass it on to Meta Beast. See what he's got to say.
Closing statements, part take 2.
You know how it goes.
You know how it goes here. This is like 5 tries.
I'm glad you mentioned when you're talking about Hawaii what you remember, and you mentioned the just open sky and the rain coming down, because it's years ago that I was there, and that was something I remember as well. But thanks again, and I will to everybody else, be safe, be well, be you.
And then Dayayo, before we get your final words, this is a sponsored stream, so guys, we will be right back after this ad.
In a world where everyone collects, the real question is, do you Fanable? Vaulted in a Brink secure facility, your comics has 24/7 protection with no risk. And with Fanable's sidekick, hero, and legendary kiosk, you have a choice of what to go for, which leaves only one question to ask yourself.
So do you Fanable?
So start your Fanable journey today at fanable.io.
All right, guys. Shout out to Fanable right there. For more information, go and check out fanable.io.
Buy their stuff.
Buy their stuff. Yes, exactly, MetaBeast. Also, guys, just to kind of get you guys on the program, we do have an extra show that we are going to be doing on Sunday beside the Severed Floor, guys. And we actually will be interviewing the Cryptoys CEO. Cryptoys, the adventure continues. And actually, this is going to be an X space that's going to be hosted by The Biggest Bro, as well as The One and Only. It'll be a fireside chat with Will, and we're going to have a bunch of special guests on as well. So that's going to be on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 6 o'clock for us. Join us for this X Space. It's going to be on X, as well as it will be simulcast on YouTube for anyone that does not have an X. I'm thinking about you guys as well. So there's going to be that. And then also on Sunday, we do have the Severed Floor as it returns. The entire crew is coming back to review episode 1 and 2 of Stranger Things 5. And we're looking forward to that as well, guys. So tune in on Sunday. Join us for the Severed Floor, as well as join us in the morning for this fireside chat.
2,053 minutes I need to catch up on.
There you go.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Just don't go to sleep.
Tune into all those things. And then Dayayo, final words, my friend. Give us something inspiring for the audience, because you kind of inspired them already about 15 minutes ago.
I just want to say thank you guys for like having me, or just even thinking of me. But I never like when I got that DM from D, I was like, what the heck? Like I'm a small guy, like I'm a youngin. But I really do appreciate for me being here, for you guys having me. I just can't wait for the future, like what it will hold for everybody. And I really do appreciate like literally like all your guys' like words, kind words, just spaces, all that stuff. Just I appreciate everything, that content that everybody does. Like it goes a long way. Like you never know who's watching, you know. So I really do like I love this stuff, you know. I really do. So just appreciate everything you guys do for everybody as well. So it's always good to see. And I know it's a lot of hard work, you know. Like you guys are on a different time for everybody, trying to correlate, do all that stuff. So it is really nice. It's really good.
Well, let me let you know on a little secret here is I love making production. This actually is very therapeutic for me. And my wife knows this because like my brain has a billion ideas and I can't keep it contained to where I irritate her every night. I'm like, I got this idea, I got this idea, I got this idea. The team knows this as well. I'm like like an emporium of ideas. So this allows me to kind of like really put it out there from pen to paper to actually production. And so everything you
Yeah.
see is just really my crazy brain trying to at least put it out on something just to relieve myself right here. So it's very therapeutic. I love doing it. I love what you're doing. I feel like we can resonate in terms of our creativity. And it doesn't matter if you're a tech head or an artist, it's all the same. We're all trying to create things here, move the space forward. And I can't wait to see where we all head in this space. Dayayo, thank you so much for coming on. I want to also thank the audience for coming on or watching, either watching live or on the replay. We appreciate everyone for watching every single time. All 150 eyeballs of you. Guys, this has been Aloha Friday. We'll catch you guys on Sunday for the X Space with Cryptoids as well as the Severed Floor on Sunday afternoon. And then also next week, we have an action-packed week where we have 3 shows. We're actually going to have Will come back on for a future watch, but that's going to be a little bit different. We're going to go more into the abstract chain and really dive into the Web3 side of things. So that's going to be different from Sunday. Sunday's going to be more of a fireside chat. And then also we're going to have virtual radio. And if you were in Fanable Fridays with O'Milly, and shout out to O'Milly, guys, tune in to Fanable Fridays every Friday. I think it's TGIFF. Thank goodness it's Fanable Fridays. Check that out. We were told by Sergio there will be some alpha coming next week, so tune into both shows next week for that alpha. And then also we're going to have Neon Ichiban on Future Watch, so there's going to be 2 Future Watches on Tuesday, and then our famous community hangout next week Friday. Dee, did I miss anything?
I think you got it all. Great job.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Until the next time, take care and aloha.
Bye.